Social butterfly Laura has a lot of Facebook friends, a loyal inner circle, and will speak to you in the school cafeteria if you say hi to her.
Hey, how are you? This is good.
One day she befriends a spooky girl on Facebook, feeling bad for her because she literally has 0 friends. Spooky girl overreacts to this, of course, and becomes a Stalky McStalkerson. Her obsession goes entirely too far, and Laura does the quite reasonable thing of unfriending her. This goes badly, as Spooky Girl subsequently commits suicide. Soon after, it seems as though Laura's Facebook page gets hacked, as someone is posting awful things on her timeline. As her friends start unfollowing her as a result, Laura realizes that Spooky Girl is now haunting her social media, and soon is able to start ghost murdering all of her friends, promising to show her what it's like to be entirely alone. On one hand, I could kind of gloss over things in this movie and say, well, that's an okay horror flick, I suppose. I've seen worse. There are things here that I appreciate, like how they're using the sound old cell phones made when they were too close to a speaker in order to indicate that spooky things are about to happen. Also, the number of times they try to make a finger touching a trackpad seem dramatic is very amusing to me. And I should note the sound design in the film, because any potential scare is punctuated with the loudest cacophony of noise you've ever heard. It's like someone punching an entire orchestra at once. But if you give Friend Request any kind of critical thought, even for a moment, it just doesn't make any sense. Now, of course, none of it makes sense, the premise is absurd, but it doesn't even seem to bother to make sense within that absurd universe it's created. I'll explain. So, while younger, the spooky girl managed to lure 2 bullies to a place where I guess she was able to command wasps or something to eat their faces off. At this point in her backstory, she's just a child, not a supernatural being or anything. The 2 faceless kids are then part of her spooky army once the spooky things start happening. Why? Are they bound to her now? I wouldn't think they'd just be hanging around the afterlife, faceless, waiting to be enslaved by a spooky witch, at the off chance one ever makes an appearance. But if so, why would they be on her side? Shouldn't they be, pissed at her for the whole face removal and wasp murder thing? My main issue here, though, is that the spooky girl seems absolutely incapable of functioning as a normal human being on planet Earth, but yet is able to commit the exact perfect suicide that will allow her to become the most powerful supernatural entity ever, giving her the ability to murder people via cell phones and to haunt Facebook code. That's right, they literally show you that Spooky Girl is haunting the code that makes Facebook run.
What?
You have no idea how crazy that is, do you? Okay. Look at that. Oh, that is what code normally looks like. Not this. I can't even copy this. This isn't code.
Well, what is it?
I don't know.
Now look, I criticize a lot of movies where modern tech like cell phones and videotapes get haunted by ghosts because I think that's stupid, and I realize that's a bit hypocritical considering that Poltergeist is one of my top 3 favorite horror movies of all time. But there's something infinitely more believable about communications with the other side using radio waves than there is seeing that Facebook code has been haunted. Then when you get to the end of Friend Request and just realize it's all been some kind of demon circle of life thing, you just kind of throw your hands up and just... why did I watch this? The oddest thing about Friend Request, though, is that it's a German film featuring English-speaking actors filmed in South Africa. Movies are weird now.